Welcome to the mesmerizing world of industrial food production, where nature's bounty meets precision engineering right here at the Precision Craft Factory. Before it becomes the key ingredient for your holiday pies, the humble pumpkin begins its journey in these nutrient-rich agricultural fields. Every year, millions of these hardy gourds are grown specifically for their dense flesh, texture, and rich flavor profile suited for canning. As autumn arrives, the harvest season begins, bringing heavy machinery into the fields to collect the crops at their peak nutritional maturity. These specialized machines are designed to lift the heavy vegetables gently, ensuring that the fruit remains intact during the initial gathering phase. The conveyor systems organize the chaotic spread of the field into a streamlined flow, moving the produce toward the waiting transport trucks. Coordination is key as trucks drive alongside the harvesters, catching the falling bounty in a synchronized dance of heavy agricultural equipment. Once fully loaded, these transport vehicles immediately depart for the processing facility to ensure the pumpkins remain fresh and retain their quality. The logistics of this operation are immense, with a constant stream of deliveries ensuring the factory operates continuously throughout the harvest season. Upon arrival, the raw material enters a highly controlled environment where speed and hygiene become the top priorities for the production team. Gravity does the heavy lifting here, as tons of produce are deposited into the receiving area, ready for the first stage of cleaning. The sturdy skins of these processing pumpkins protect the flesh inside, allowing them to withstand the physical impact of this rapid unloading process. Water plays a crucial role immediately, acting as both a transport mechanism and the first step in removing field dirt and debris. These water channels, known as flumes, gently carry the buoyant vegetables, preventing damage that mechanical conveyor belts might cause at this stage. Submerged in the flumes, the pumpkins begin to shed the layers of soil and mud that accumulated during their time in the fields. Inside the rotary washers, the pumpkins tumble against each other, while jets of water scour away any remaining stubborn dirt or clay. Cleanliness is paramount, ensuring that no soil or contaminants enter the processing line, where the pumpkins will soon be cut open. Now thoroughly washed, the pumpkins leave the wet receiving area and ascend into the heart of the factory for mechanical processing. Human eyes and hands provide a critical quality control check, removing any produce that does not meet the strict standards for canning. This manual selection ensures that only the healthiest and most flavorful pumpkins continue on to become part of the final puree product. The pumpkins now face the industrial choppers, powerful machines capable of slicing through thousands of pounds of tough vegetable matter every hour. With immense force, the blades crack open the pumpkins, exposing the vibrant orange flesh that contains all the flavor and nutrition. The uniform chunks are now easier to process, but they still contain seeds and skin that must be separated from the meat. Vibrating screens shake the mixture violently, encouraging the loose seeds to detach and fall through mesh gaps for separate collection. Nothing goes to waste in this facility. The seeds are collected and sent to a different line to become roasted snacks. The main pumpkin pieces continue their journey into coarse grinders, which break down the structure further to prepare for the cooking process. By reducing the particle size, the factory ensures that heat will penetrate the pumpkin flesh evenly during the upcoming steaming stage. Powerful pumps move the raw mash into holding tanks, creating a continuous buffer that keeps the downstream cooking equipment running efficiently. We now enter the cooking zone, where massive steam columns generate the intense heat needed to soften the fibers and develop flavor. Precise temperature and pressure controls are essential here to cook the pumpkin thoroughly without burning it or destroying its nutrients. Inside these chambers, steam injection rapidly raises the temperature, breaking down the cellular structure and releasing the pumpkin's natural sugars. The transformation is visible as the pumpkin emerges with a deeper color and a soft texture, ready for the refining process. This mixture still contains skin and tough fibers, so it passes through finishing machines that act as high-speed sieves. Centrifugal force pushes the soft, cooked flesh through tiny perforations, while the skins and tough strings are separated and discarded. The waste material is not thrown away, but is typically repurposed as animal feed or compost, maintaining a sustainable production cycle. What remains is pure, smooth pumpkin flesh, free of any grit or skin, possessing the ideal consistency for baking and cooking. Quality assurance technicians frequently sample the product, testing its viscosity and color to ensure it matches the brand's strict specifications. The finished puree is now pumped through a network of sanitary piping, heading toward the high-speed canning lines awaiting the fill. Meanwhile, the packaging line prepares thousands of metal cans, cleaning them with air jets to ensure a sterile environment for the food. The synchronization between the product flow and the moving cans must be perfect to maximize efficiency and minimize product spillage. High-speed fillers dispense the precise weight of hot pumpkin into each can, filling hundreds of units every single minute. Immediately after filling, the cans are sealed airtight, trapping the freshness inside and preventing any external contaminants from entering the container. This mechanical sealing process is critical, creating a double seam that can withstand the pressure of the sterilization process that follows. The sealed cans are collected into large metal baskets, which will serve as the transport vessels for the final cooking stage. Giant cranes lift these heavy baskets and lower them into retorts, which are essentially massive industrial pressure cookers for canning. Once loaded, the retort doors are sealed shut, and the temperature is raised to levels that eliminate all bacteria and spores. This sterilization step allows the pumpkin puree to be shelf-stable for years without the need for any artificial preservatives or refrigeration. After the precise cooking time, the cans are rapidly cooled with water to stop the cooking process and preserve the texture. The baskets emerge from the cookers, and the cans are now safe, sterile, and ready for the final steps of packaging. Before labeling, powerful air blowers strip away any remaining moisture from the exterior of the cans to ensure the glue sticks. High-speed labelers wrap the brand's identity around each can in a blur of motion, completing the product's visual presentation for retail. Traceability is maintained by printing specific batch codes and expiration dates on every unit, allowing the factory to track production details. Robotic palletizers take over the heavy lifting, stacking the finished cans onto wooden pallets with geometric precision for efficient shipping. The pallets are wrapped in stretch film to secure the load, ensuring the stacks remain stable during their journey to distribution centers. Forklift drivers move the finished goods into the massive warehouse, where they await distribution to supermarkets and bakeries around the world. During the peak of the harvest season, this warehouse fills rapidly, storing enough pumpkin puree to last until the next autumn. From the industrial floor to your kitchen counter, the product remains unchanged, delivering the pure taste of harvest in every can. When poured, the puree reveals the result of all that careful processing, a smooth, consistent ingredient ready for your favorite recipes. It serves as the foundation for the classic pumpkin pie, a staple dessert that brings families together during the holiday festivities. The transformation is complete, turning a rugged field vegetable into a delicate, sweet treat enjoyed by millions across the country. But let's look closer at the engineering marvels that make this possible, as the factory is a symphony of moving parts. Behind the scenes, maintenance teams work tirelessly to keep these complex machines running smoothly, preventing costly downtime during critical harvest weeks. Sustainability is also a priority. The vast amounts of water used for washing and transport are treated and recycled whenever possible. Back at the farm, the cycle continues as the land is rested and prepared, ensuring the soil remains fertile for the future. The journey from a perishable vegetable to a shelf-stable can is a testament to the power of modern food preservation technology. Importantly, the canning process locks in the nutrients, making this product an excellent source of vitamin A and fiber year-round. From above, the factory floor looks like a giant organism, with conveyors acting as arteries transporting the lifeblood of the operation. Centralized control rooms allow operators to monitor every variable, from steam pressure to conveyor speed, with just a few clicks. Automation software constantly adjusts the flow, preventing bottlenecks and ensuring that every machine operates at its optimal capacity and speed. Let's appreciate the sheer volume of material handled here. Millions of pounds of produce are washed and processed in a single season. The durability of this equipment is legendary, built to withstand the acidic nature of the vegetable juices and constant physical wear. Steam is the engine of this factory, providing the thermal energy required for both the cooking and sterilization phases of production. Microbiological safety is taken very seriously, with rigorous testing protocols in place to guarantee that every batch is safe for consumption. The factory keeps a library of samples from every production run, stored for safety reference throughout the product's shelf life. As the trucks leave the facility loaded with finished cans, the cycle of production connects the rural farm to the urban consumer. On the supermarket shelf, these cans represent the culmination of months of farming and hours of precise industrial processing. For the farmers, seeing their crop preserved and distributed is a moment of pride, knowing their hard work feeds the nation. While pie is the most famous use, this versatile ingredient is also essential for soups, breads, and popular seasonal beverages. The rhythm of the canning line is a constant beat during the harvest, a mechanical pulse that drives the entire operation forward. Sanitation crews play a vital role, cleaning the equipment regularly to maintain the high hygiene standards required for food manufacturing. Stainless steel is the material of choice everywhere here, valued for its durability and its ability to be sanitized completely. It is amazing to think that this entire industrial process starts with a single seed planted in the cool soil of spring. Nature does the initial work, using sunlight and rain to build the complex carbohydrates and vitamins stored within the pumpkin's flesh. As the season progresses, the fruit matures, developing the specific sugar content and density that the factory requires for processing. Then, in a matter of hours, industry takes over, converting months of biological growth into a stable, packaged product for consumers. The consistency of the puree is a marvel of processing, achieved by carefully controlling the water content and the particle size. Automated vision systems inspect every single can, rejecting any unit with a crooked label or a dent before it is packed. Secondary packaging organizes the cans into cases, protecting them during transit and making it easier for retailers to stock their shelves. Even as the current harvest is processed, preparations for the next year are already underway, securing the seeds for future crops. During the short harvest window, the factory never sleeps, operating 24 hours a day to process the crop before it spoils. Dedicated crews work in shifts, ensuring that the machinery continues to hum and the production targets are met without interruption. The sheer endurance of these industrial systems is impressive, designed to run for weeks at a time with minimal maintenance stops. Any metal waste from damaged cans is collected and recycled, reducing the environmental footprint of the packaging process significantly. There is a strange beauty in this industrial process, seeing the bright organic shapes moving through the rigid metallic structures. The mechanical separation of seeds is a perfect example of how simple physics is applied to solve complex processing challenges efficiently. Heat management is a science here. The product must be hot enough to flow, but not so hot that it degrades. Vacuum pressure inside the can is critical. It pulls the lid down tight and proves that the seal is holding perfectly. By the end of a single shift, tens of thousands of cans have been filled, sealed, cooked, and stacked, ready for shipment. The warehouse logistics are just as complex as the production line, requiring skilled drivers to manage the massive inventory safely. As the autumn leaves fall outside, the factory works at its peak, capturing the essence of the season in every metal can.
Loves it.
Ultimately, this industrial effort is about feeding people, providing a nutritious and comforting food source for families around the world. The smooth texture achieved by the factory's finishing machines makes it easy for home cooks to create professional quality dishes. The factory is versatile, producing various can sizes to serve both individual home bakers and large commercial bakeries or restaurants. Changeovers between different can sizes are executed with practiced speed, minimizing the downtime between different production runs. Internal cleaning systems flush the pipes and tanks automatically, ensuring that the inner workings of the factory are just as clean. As the sun sets on another day of production, the factory continues its mission, bridging the gap between farm and table. The supply chain never stops during the harvest,
begins with
trucks
the harvester,
waiting to deliver the raw materials that
flume and
fuel
steamer.
this engine.
Then the filler
We have
rapidly
witnessed a
prepares the
remarkable
cans.
journey today, from the muddy fields to the washing flumes, through the steamers and into the can. It is a process that relies equally on the ancient rhythms of agriculture and the cutting-edge precision of modern manufacturing. The next time you pick up a can of pumpkin puree, you will understand the immense effort behind that simple label. So enjoy your holiday desserts with a new appreciation for the science, engineering, and hard work that made them possible. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the fascinating world of pumpkin processing and industrial food preservation. For more insights into how your favorite products are made, subscribe to Precision Craft Factory and stay tuned for more.